Episode 12, the Rhythm and Rhymes podcast. We are back. I'm your host, AJ, and I'm here with my co-host, Antonio. And we just figured out why the fuck I'm sick. Tell him again.
Uh, we had went to Jamaica, and there was a lady down there. I don't know if she came down there with the bronchitis or got it from down there. It'll kind of be worse if she got it from down there, but yeah, she had that, and now me, my mom, and AJ are in fact a little sick. I probably would say I'm the least sick out of the three, but everybody did get some for sure. So
Yeah, I feel better today than I did the last 2 days, but that shit, bro, I was so confused. I'm like, bro, I don't remember the last time I've been sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I usually don't get sick, so this was definitely different for me. What was
yeah,
that?
man. When mom told me, I was just really hoping I wouldn't get sick because, like, I'm the type of it'll take me down for the count, bro. Like, I'll be in the bed all day. I won't be wanting to do nothing.
Yeah, we ain't
So,
got time for that shit. We ain't got time for that shit. I had a meeting earlier today. I got a haircut, then I'm getting my hair done, and then hopefully I can. We might have a guest on the podcast for y'all in the next couple weeks. I'm not gonna say who because they haven't confirmed yet, but if they
okay,
do,
okay.
I'm excited. 12 episodes in, we gotta start switching it up. So, but it's a lot of music stuff to talk about this week. Would you get into this week?
Uh, I would say the only thing on this list would probably be either the Doomsday song on the Lyrical Lemonade album or the Stormzy Fredo song. I really like that Stormzy Fredo song. I don't know if it's like if I would consider that drill, but it had a drill sound to it, and I liked what I heard from it.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a Go
So if you
ahead.
guys don't know, Stormzy dropped Toxic Traits with Fredo. I figured Stormzy was going to drop pretty soon just because he's been back on social media. But the song came out because the UK is ahead of us. The song came out yesterday. So I would consider it drill too. You said you liked it?
Yeah, it was real good. Stormzy, I feel like he always puts out good music regardless. You're not gonna really get a lot of misses from him. So
Yeah, I'm hype. I'm everybody back outside, everybody back putting music out. This was produced by Dave, which is pretty dope because he's supposed to be dropping soon. He was just dropping some snippets with Burna Boy a little while ago. He muted them, but they was in the studio, and I think he about to drop soon. I got some theories on this Split Decisions EP now that I'm seeing what's going on, but definitely probably my favorite record that came out this week was that Stormzy Fredo song. Um, what else was on Doomsday? I think Doomsday was pretty interesting. If I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not a big. Well, once again, we gotta act like they haven't heard these songs. Lyrical Lemonade dropped the first single off the project, Doomsday, with Corday and Juice World.
yeah,
And I'll be the first to say I haven't listened to. I'm not one to listen to music by somebody after they die because you're not sure if that's how they wanted the song put out or if that's how they wanted the song usually made. But this song, I didn't mind. Like they were dropping clips, Corday and Cole Bennett, like throughout the week of him rapping the verse with
yeah,
Corday. And so I was like, okay, so this has been something that they had planned to do prior and they just maybe didn't get it out in time. So I actually enjoyed the song a lot. The video was really dope. Cole Bennett's probably one of the best music video directors out right now. I would put TG and Maury up there against him, but we'll see. What'd you think of the song?
I liked it. It was low key a leak because one of my friends, obviously you know Shrey, but nobody else knows Shrey. One of my friends, he's big in the Juice World, and he had showed me this a while ago, and I liked what I heard from it. I'm not much of a like, especially with the videos. I don't really like the AI CGI thing. Like, it just kind of throws me off. Like, the only time I kind of liked it was on the heart part. Was that 6 or 5 where Kendrick had the faces moving? That was 6, right?
That was 5.
That was 5. Okay. Yeah, when he had the
Yeah.
faces switching back and forth, I don't know, it kind of throws me off. I don't really like that part of it, but the song is good music. Corday's verse was really good. And I had actually dove into some old Juice World like the other day, so it was good to hear something new from him,
Yeah,
even though not here.
this song is crazy. I was just listening to it and I was thinking about I think an old freestyle came up in my feed a couple weeks ago or recently. I don't know when, but I just remember seeing a Juice WRLD freestyle and listening to this song. Like, you know, when a rapper like he freestyle and he get like a minute or 2 minutes in, he start like really going like he done found his like a pace
Yeah.
or whatever. That's what this song like. It found like he was in his bag, like in on this verse for real, and it just made me kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie, because of this like quote unquote new generation of rappers. I feel like he was the one. Like he was definitely the one.
Nah, he was one of them ones that was about to really blow. Like his people don't really give him that credit for like his wordplay and his different metaphors he'll use. And I feel like the person who really comes to mind who started this, where it's like, oh, I go back and I hear a song and I didn't hear the bar when it came, was Wayne. But I feel like he does that a lot, like from this new generation, where it's like, oh, I or like the bar hits really late. Like I feel like he's really like that, or he was really like that, and it's definitely sad to not have Juice around anymore. Like I'm going to Summer Smash this weekend. If anybody's there, you'll see me. But I that was one of the people that I know every year he would probably be tearing down Summer Smash just because it's in his city and he's one of the biggest artists from out here. Period. So it's
I'm
just
so
definitely
glad.
kind of sad.
I'm so glad I got to see him though. I got to see him in 2019. That was 2019. Yeah, I got to see him at Summer Smash in 2019, which is crazy. That year was
Wow.
kind of like a blur for me. That was, I would say the highlight of that Summer Smash though was the baby. That was right after
Yeah.
Suge came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, Summer Smash. Enjoy that this weekend. Who performs tomorrow?
I get to see T Grizzly, hopefully Corday, Future Uzi performs tomorrow. But there's
Shit,
some other people I will miss. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I
I'm
want to
ready
see
for that
Uzi
Uzi.
so bad. I want to see Uzi so bad, bro.
I'm gonna try to get as much video for like content as possible, but I already know like from when I went to Lil Baby and how his set was, how everybody was throwing each other around, pushing each other, even Young Thug. That's a person I'm really glad I saw before he went to jail. I saw Young Thug at the 2021 um some not Summer Smash Lala, and also he brought out Gunna, so that was kind of crazy. But that was the first time I had seen them, and I mean, judging from that though, I'm guessing that his set is going to be absolutely nuts. Like I've seen a couple of them online. I've seen some video of his concerts just by himself, not even just festivals. And Uzi is one of the best performers out right now. Like he's up there for sure, for sure.
Okay. Well, when you come back, definitely let us know how it went.
Will
I want to
do.
get into Thug in a little bit, but there was one album that dropped. It didn't drop last night. It dropped on the 20th, which I think was Monday. I think that was Monday. But Nate Joel, he's a rapper. I found him on social media. The guy who does Russ's concert videos and the one who he did the Chomp 2.5 videos. His name is dang, I forget the dude's name. I'm a probably send him to you so you can throw him up on the screen. But he's a video director, and he went on tour with Russ last year. And before he went on tour with Russ, he was working with this rapper named Nate Joel, and he used to put these freestyles out online, and I loved him. And he put this project out, and I was like, he's a good artist, but I was genuinely surprised with the project. It's called True Colors, and the the thing like I took away from the project, it just felt to me like he was trying to make a good body of work. He was trying to make good songs. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of times when people are putting out albums or mixtapes, they sort of just put a compilation of songs together. It doesn't feel cohesive and it doesn't feel like they're trying to make real records. You know what I mean? And while I think it was kind of, the project was kind of raw, there were some songs that stuck out to me that I definitely liked. It just felt like he's early in his career, right? I don't know why, but it made me think of, I'm not comparing him to J. Cole, but it made me think of like early J. Cole. Like if you listen to, and go back to his songs, like you can just hear the potential in it, even if he's not all the way there yet. And I was genuinely surprised with a lot of these songs. And I was gonna play some of them for you on here, but he doesn't have them on YouTube or SoundCloud yet, so I couldn't download them. But for anybody looking to check out some of the records, I would say the best one, the best rap record on there was the intro track. I think it was called Centerfold. Let me confirm that really quick. But Yeah, it was
Definitely
called Center.
some. I gotta check. Oh, I thought you were just looking. My bad.
I'm almost done. It was called Centerfold, and then She Likes to Dance. He put out a while ago, so that was like a single that came out a while ago. And then Can't Miss Kid. I like those rap records where they start off rapping in a certain cadence, and then the beat switches. Like it got real slow, and he slowed down. So that's all I had to say on the project. It was really good. I'll probably bring some more back for you guys next week, but that's all I had to say on that.
I wasn't even trying to cut you off. I was just trying to fill space. I didn't know if you were gonna it was gonna take you a while to look, but
Yeah,
this is definitely something I'm gonna check out. Something that wasn't on this list that came out last week that I wanted to talk about that actually had a similar vibe to what you were talking about, which made me think of it again. So Killer Mike put out his album, and I really liked it. Like I am not a Killer Mike fan by any like means. Like I wasn't much of a Run the Jewels guy. I didn't really tap into their albums with his collaborator, but this one, it he said that he put a lot of money into it and a lot of time into it, and a lot of just his own like what he had into this album, and you can hear it on the album. Like you could see it with the features. He has two Ty Dolla Sign records. He has a Blast record. He has a who else is
Future
on
and
there? There's
Andre
a
3000.
Future, Andre 3000 are on there. And I really liked what I heard from that. I would say the same thing about it. Kind of felt really raw. It didn't feel too like too industry when it came down to like who he got on the album and even just how the sound you got from it. But I would definitely say this is probably what put me on the Killer Mike, and it'll get me into listening to his old music for sure. Like I gotta go check out those Run the Jewels albums because I mean at least Run the Jewels 2, I definitely have some of that downloaded from like when Spotify will make you download full albums. But I never really got into Killer Mike and Run the Jewels and them like that. So I think that's something I'm definitely gonna have to check out more. That's something you guys should check out. Is that Killer Mike album? It's called
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet, but everybody online and everybody that I go to for music has been saying it's really good. So I definitely need to go give it a listen at some point.
Yeah, it was good. It had a lot of like church sounds, like people. It almost sounded like there was people preaching on it. He had Dave Chappelle talking on it, which is kind of a new thing now. Like a lot of people get Dave Chappelle to come and talk on their albums, but
I thought it was just him and Big Sean. I don't know anybody else.
I feel like there was somebody else who did it. I don't know. Maybe I'm
There,
wrong.
there
Maybe
might have
I'm wrong.
been, but Dave Chappelle's a good talker, so it makes sense. But
Yeah, absolutely.
uh, Thugga Baby, fuck all that. What little Shawty say? Yo, Thugga album, Business is Business. Did you listen to it?
I didn't yet. I think I was just kind of biased because I'm still listening to Gunners, and I was just seeing a lot of same thing. A lot of the people I went to for music, or I go to for music, said it just wasn't that. Like I saw a couple of
Yeah,
my friends deleting it out of their Apple Musics and Spotify. I was like, it's that bad? Like it's just not good. Like
I I listened to like I'd say like 75% of it. I think I got to I got to the Drake song. So I got 9 songs in, and it's 15 songs. Um oh, okay. Yeah, it was a bunch of, you could tell like Metro just went in here, found like some Lucy's, and then went and asked Drake 21 and Future for some features. Like uh I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't that good. I will say though, that Future Thug song is kind of hard. I like it a lot. And then the Drake intro is cool. The Drake feature cool. Like it's nothing I'm running back to for sure. Like this is obviously um, just some other shit. But something I noticed which might have changed. I don't know. Last night when I was listening to the album, it was it was only under Atlantic Records, like when he put it out. On my phone at least. I'm looking at it now on my laptop and it says 300 Entertainment and Atlantic. But last night it said Atlantic. I don't know if that's just like a glitch or it doesn't all the way pop up all the time. But I wonder like what the like this was obviously not something that he was like really thinking through. This was just coming off the heels of Gunna, right? This is a whole like legal situation, and I don't know if I like. I don't want to say I don't know if I care because I do. Like the outcome of this is kind of important in terms of what music is right now. But I do
Mm.
think it's not really a question on whose album was better. I don't
Yeah,
think it is.
no.
I think Gunna's album was way better.
I don't think Young Thug really is. He doesn't have the chance to sit here and even compete to make a good album. Like Gunna's
He's in
out, he's
jail.
not. Like he's in jail, bro. Like anything that's
Yeah,
coming out is definitely either old music or a Max B with the jail phone, bro. It's not gonna work like that. It's just
he needs
not
to get.
that.
He need Vibes Cartel peoples, bro.
You need to
He need
call them.
Vibes Cart. Right? Yeah, because when I was last night when I was listening to the album, I was going back through Young Thug's projects. I was not a Young Thug fan until the first song that I liked about Young Thug was Hercules. And then whichever project was Digits, where he had like his face bandaged up or whatever, I liked that project. And then I didn't like another project until So Much Fun. I liked So Much Fun. And then the last project that came out was Punk or something like that. The pink one. Is that what it was called?
Yeah,
That one was like, I ain't gonna lie, that one had some bops on there. And he was like doing a lot of eclectic shit that I liked. So when I saw this, I was kind of disappointed, but then you remember he's in jail. So I'm not thinking too much of it, but it was
yeah.
whatever.
I think that's the other reason I haven't listened to it because I'm like an avid Young Thug fan. Like I listened to So Much Fun, Slime Season 3. I like the project with him and Future. There was a couple songs on there that I like. So I mean, I feel like I'm an avid fan of just YSL in general. Like anybody who's come from there, I've been a fan of. But maybe I just didn't want to taint my memory of Young Thug until he gets out of jail, and just I'll listen to his old stuff. I don't need this. I'm
Are
gonna
you sure
listen
he's
to
getting
it.
out?
Probably not. Probably not. But I mean, if he does, I'll pick up where I left off, which is the last album he put out. I'm gonna listen to this to come talk about it because I do want to give my opinion, but
Right.
I don't know
Yeah, that's a sticky situation. You know how sticky it gets, but
exactly.
yeah. So I saw Coil Ray put out a project. Did you listen to it though? I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, I started listening to it. The only reason I wanted to talk about it is because she had a feature with Gigs that was pretty
And
good,
Skilly Bang.
and Skilly Bang.
I didn't
Listen to
like that
both of
song.
those. You didn't like it?
I didn't like the Skilly Bang song. I don't know. I think Skilly Bang it's so crazy because I'll say this and then I'll let you finish up on the Coil Ray. But it's so weird. Like now that I know West Indian people and I hear them say like, "Yo," when they get to sign to a label and they go pop, they don't fuck with it. And I'm like, you got to give them a chance to like broaden their audience. But coming off of, I listened to this and then Shensia just put out a song, and it was some dance hall shit. And I'm like, yo, this is way better than all the shit she done put out with Interscope over the last 2 years. And I get it. It's like I don't know, there, I don't know, but
Nah.
Coil
I
Ray,
mean, honestly, I feel like that's them trying to step outside of their box or, like you said, get to a more global audience. But to me, it's like the authenticity is always going to shine through and you'll get there. But it makes sense for, like, oh, my label wants me to do this. I'm going to do this. Like that definitely makes sense. But I really only wanted to mention it because of those two things. The album sounded super poppy to me. I don't know if Coil Ray, like, I don't feel like she's a real like rapper, but I feel like she was more so when she came in trying to be rap. But then I saw a David Guetta feature and I knew that it was pop. Like I didn't even have to listen to it to know that. But I just think that's interesting because I feel like there's more and more artists, at least rap artists, who are kind of leaning away from rap, which is just kind of not not crazy to me because of what we've seen, but and now music is changing, but it's definitely just crazy to actually see it on wax, I guess.
yeah, I think the Central C news, which we're about to get into,
Hmm.
is sort of alluding to what you're saying now. But I also wanted to say that Shensia did put out a single last night called "Talk Truth," and she talking that shit. I fuck with it. I don't know. I feel like I don't when the dance hall artists get in their dance hall bag, I feel like they be spitting. I feel like when they be getting on like more pop or American beats, it just don't hit the same. But Shensia, like, have you heard Shang Yang Anthem by
I think I
Shensia? That's like one of them songs. Like that's one of them ones. She talking that shit on there, and I like that. You know what I mean? So um, check out that Shensia song. It's definitely if you like dancehall, I would give it a go. But Central C, So first he's announced. Well, I talked about there's a video coming out. This is coming out on Tuesday. This podcast. So on Friday, a video is on our YouTube page and on our audio platforms about UK rap. And I was talking about how I saw a tweet last week or the week before that talking about how Central C was going to sign with Columbia, and then his first single was going to be with Drake. And I'm like, that's kind of wild, especially with him talking like a bunch of independent stuff on his songs. I'm like, I don't know if I believe it. We'll see. But then this week, it was the Double XL cover was announced, and I thought it was really interesting for a couple reasons. One, because the biggest artist on the cover is not American. That's I think I don't know when that's ever happened. And then two, um, shortly after that, I think a day or two after that, he was announced on Columbia. And so, with that being said, and then that same day, he posted a picture of him playing the motto by Drake. This could mean nothing. Him posting a picture with a song could mean nothing. But now that somebody has already alluded to him being on Columbia, I could definitely see a Drake song coming out in the near future. The terms of the deal were interesting that they noted. It was like two albums, $20 million, and the rest of his catalog he gets to keep, which I think is a good deal. But it makes me it makes me think about a couple things. I want to know what you thought about the Double XL cover, and then I'm going to get into some other things I was thinking.
I thought the XL cover was solid. Like I feel like now it's getting to the point with me. Like there's artists on there I see that I don't even know. Like I feel like you said that last year, and now it's getting to that point with me. Like obviously I know Tia Corone was on there. I kind of want to pull it up just so I know everybody, but Tia Corone was on there. Freaky T song,
I could.
Central C. I got it up.
You
I
got it.
think.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I know Lola Brooke
So
was on there.
oh yeah, Lola Brooke, Too Rare, I do know. Finesse two times. He's solid. He's one of those artists out of the South that I've been liking. Glorilla obviously deserved it. Real Boston Richie. Fun fact, he records videos at the gas station by FAMU. I don't know why he still does that. DC the Don. I've been listening to him for a while. He's from Milwaukee. He kind of makes
Okay.
like rock, rap music, like kind of like I didn't even do it. Okay. From where we were, Rob 49 and Lil Tyler is probably the only other one I know. Sleazy World too, he's alright. But yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's a pretty decent list. Like, I feel like there's people on here who are definitely going to be around for the next couple of years. Like, I feel like Finesse two times, Glorilla, Lil Tyler, and Central C, and probably I'd say DC the Don just because he has a really niche fan base. He doesn't really, I don't think he really just rides in rap. Like, he makes rock music too. So I wouldn't even say he might
That
be quick, but I thought the XXL
I'm not
cover
gonna
was pretty
say I'm
solid.
not gonna say the list is trash because that would be mean. So I'm not gonna say that. But what I will say is I just think it shows that the artists we listening to aren't even American no more, bro. Like I feel like before the top of the heap in terms of a global presence were all American.
Hmm.
And now, and I we talk about this, I feel like a lot, but I think it's important to say. I just think like sort of like look at the NBA, right? Like the NBA used to be all Americans, and then you get one here, one there. You get Dirk, you know what I'm saying? You get Elijah Wan, you get one or two. But now you look at it, you got who you got? You got Giannis, you got Luca, you got even MB. Like you got a list of people that are not from America doing it just as well as we are. So maybe my point of saying hip hop is dead is I think it's not dead. I think it's just so many more people are doing it that it should be expected that people in other places are eventually going to catch up and do it just as well as we are. I think
Yeah,
that's where we're at.
I think it's just like I've said before, like access. Like I feel like beforehand, like even with the NBA, like a lot of those players who were in those other countries didn't have access to come over and go to school at Kansas or come over and go to University of Kentucky or be anywhere close to even getting to the league. Like a lot of people, when Manu Ginobili came out, nobody knew who Manu Ginobili was. That's why he got drafted so low. Everybody was sitting there like, "Who is this guy?" But I feel like the XXL cover has always reflected the times. Like it always has. Like if you go back and look at the really big one, everybody still talks about the 2016 cover. It had all the big artists who were really big on SoundCloud. Except for I'd say probably Russ at the time, and um, at the time, SoundCloud was the biggest thing in rap music, in American music. That was probably the biggest new thing that was helping artists get on. And now you see a lot of these artists, half of their songs blew up on TikTok. Like I can tell you that from what I've seen and what I've listened to. Like half of them, this is a TikTok list. Like I feel like Tia Carone, Sleazy World song blew up on TikTok. Lil Tyler blew up on TikTok. Glorilla kind of blew up on TikTok too. I feel like it just reflects what's going on at the time. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I was and the thing I love about like I think about a lot of stuff through a marketing lens, and like now taking it away from Double XL and more to Central C. The thing I love about Central C is that he's curating his image in a way. He's curating his image in the way he wants it to be, right? Like
Hmm.
it doesn't feel like he's done anything that he didn't want to do. I feel like a lot of artists once they, and maybe that's because he was independent, but being like when artists get signed to a label, it seems like that you just see them everywhere. They're doing every interview, and it's like you could tell there's no real like this. Some of the interviews just don't make sense. It's like, why are you even here? Like you don't want to interview with this person. He doesn't want to interview you. Like there's a lot of that, and I've only seen two interviews by Central C. Well, a couple more that aren't really interviews. I don't count the chicken stuff, and I don't count that. But
Right.
he did the No Jumper interview a while ago. A while ago, like this was back when Loading came out, and then he did another interview with somebody. I think it looked like you know when your homie starting some shit up, and it's like, okay, I'll give you the interview. That's what it felt like. It was just like a real casual interview I saw, and seeing that, and like now seeing that he's signed to Columbia, and he's not signed to Columbia UK, which is a big thing, right? Like all of these labels have divisions in other countries to sort of handle artists in those areas. But the fact that he signed to like Columbia proper is a big thing, right? Like that's where I'm pretty sure that's where Tyler the Creator is signed. I think Alicia Keys might still be over there. Like those are the type of artists that are over there, which gives you an indicator of what they think is his ceiling or where they think he could go, right? I was looking on if you go on Spotify on your laptop, it allows you to see like the biggest markets of that artist. Um, and after this, I gotta take like a little intermission to blow my nose. But so you go on Central C's page. His top five markets are London, Australia, the Netherlands, France, and I think this is London or whatever. Not London. I think that's LA. That's another Australian market. But yeah, so his markets are so spread out, and I think that's the appeal. I think like these new superstars like Bad Bunny, like Burna Boy, like Central C. Those are the big for me in this new wave of people that are like the top dogs. Those are my big three. If I'm being real, if I'm really looking at like the music scene, those are the big three: Bad Bunny, Central C, and Burna Boy. And I think Central C's global appeal is something labels are trying to get more a part of, or they're trying to create more stars like that, right? Stormzy just signed to Def Jam. Well, Def Jam just I don't know if they just opened or they reopened their UK division, and Stormzy is their primary act. That's their biggest act over there. So he'd signed to Universal via Def Jam. And so like these bigger artists overseas are now getting the real play from these American labels. And I think, you know, everybody else is gonna be late to the party. Like the casual listener doesn't care. But for us who are looking at the frontiers of music, I think it's dope to see that finally. Like Stonebwoy is from Ghana. He signed to Def Jam as well, the same label as Stormzy. So I'm excited. This stuff sort of makes me excited. And I'm ready for the Drake Central C feature, if it's coming out next week. I think it'll be next week or the week after, but
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. I think it just kind of gives more of a chance for newer artists and new sounds to come out, and I feel like that's something that turns me off of music now. Like feel like sometimes I'll be listening to podcasts more days than music just because of the fact that I feel like I'm hearing the same thing over and over again. And it's definitely going to be great to see some of those artists from these other countries really get their play, get their shot. Hopefully, the thing that kind of worries me about that is just that it'll just be a couple of artists instead of like a lot. Like I feel like when rap music and even with the SoundCloud era picking up, I feel like a lot of artists got signed really fast to deals, and I feel like there's a lot of Afrobeats artists, reggaeton artists, especially, um, that could definitely be like some of the biggest artists in the world now based off the quality of their music. Like I feel like I always say I don't think Ozuna is big enough, and he's pretty big. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, yo, today I'm the transition king. I'm parlaying into every topic, nigga. United. So I think that's a good transition into the next topic. United Masters expands its reach to Africa, partnering with Nigerian producer SARS to empower the next generation of artists. I am a big proponent of independence, just because not to get too blackety black with y'all, but these labels are not owned by black people, so we don't own the shit we're putting out. And United Masters does deals with a lot of artists that are 90/10, which allows them to maintain ownership of their own catalog. One of the most prominent artists on there is Toby Nwigwe, who's really big on his independence. So I'm just going to read a little bit from this article. Steve Stout's music distribution and artist services company, United Masters, has struck a deal in partnership with Nigerian producer SARS to unlock new opportunities for African artists. Um, let me read this part too. In addition to the deal, this partnership with SARS, earlier this year, United Masters partnered with Nigerian based independent label Mavin Records to release DJ Big N featuring Irisar and Oxlade. How many times? Mavin Records is, in my opinion, Mavin Records is the best music label in Africa. I'll say Nigeria. I'm not too hip to the rest of the music labels in Africa, but I mean they have Iris Star, they have Rema, they got Magix, they got a lot of people over there. And regardless of that, I like seeing that these artists are getting their shine. I think SARS is a very prominent name over there, and it'll be dope to see who they end up working with. I hope they can get some of the talent um, that's out there on these independent labels. I think Africa right now is sort of like not the Wild West because there's people getting in there, but you'll notice like Black Bones is signed to Chocolate City, and then you got Joe Boy signed to Mr. Easy and Empower, and then you got Mavin Records, you got Empire Africa. Like there's all these smaller players, these independent labels who are eventually gonna be doing partnerships with these artists, but hopefully people like Empire, people like United Masters can get in there and work with them, but allow them to maintain ownership. I think that's a big thing, just because I would like to see us own the shit we make.
Do you think with the growth of artists wanting to be independent and be on their own, do you think there's going to be like even more independent labels that start taking over market share from the bigger labels, or do you think that's just like too far off? They've had power too long to even have that as an idea for real.
Um, I feel like I feel like the majors will always have some type of market share or some type of skin in the game because
Mm.
money allows you to pay to play, right? Where one person may have creativity and the know-how of how to do something, I can pay somebody to get me at least half of where you're at, even if I can't get to where you're at, right? In a new market. Um, I think so they're always going to be there, but I think that there's a lot of stuff going on in music right now that's in terms of like how people are paid. Last week on the pod, I talked about how SoundCloud and Universal were looking for new ways to pay artists and new payment structures and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I saw another artist. I saw another one where a group of like labels and agencies were looking at how to get rid of music streaming fraud. Right, like there's all these things going on with the way people are getting paid, and I think that markets that are open like Africa are going to be where people test stuff out. And eventually, if somebody can come up with a new innovative model on how the label should be ran or how music business can be done, I think that there, because there's not already a system in place to go against, it'll be easier to push it through. So I think that if we get new innovative models, it's going to pop up in markets that aren't, it's going to pop up and be like a case study in markets that aren't America, because America has this prehistoric model already. You know what I mean? I think we're just going to be last to the party because it's so crazy. You're almost the last one to know when shit's
Yeah.
happening. So I think that there's a potential for people to maintain ownership and independent labels to sort of really gain market share in areas like that. But I always like, there's nothing you can, when you got $5 billion to play around with, it's like somebody go like, you know what I mean? Somebody gonna play with, like, somebody gonna, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
could,
Nah,
there's
I
something to
know
do
what you
there.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll keep our eye on that. The last thing I really wanted to mention, I'm going on this tour. I sent it to you before, but Doja Cat announced the Scarlet Tour, and she's going on tour with Ice Spice and Doechii. Um, I'm a big fan of Doechii. She's one of my favorite female rappers, so I'll
Same.
definitely try and get out to that. Doja Cat is about to put out a rap album, so I'm excited for that. So I want to see her live. Ice Spice is cool too. Yeah, I'm going on
Bruh.
tour. I don't know if you're gonna go see that, but I'm going.
I actually kind of want to, cause I think from Doja's last album to this one, I think I'll have a big jump in how much I like her, just because I heard the new record, and I really liked it. Like I feel like she was really. They said she was giving us a rap album, and I feel like she was.
Oh shit! One second.
What happened? Ah, um, she was giving us a rap album, and I'm excited about that. I don't know if this is the one with all Alchemist beats. If it is, it'll be in my top 10 listen most albums this year because I love Al, and I think her on the Alchemist beats would be a crazy sound. Um, I really feel like a lot of the female rappers who are not making like poppy rap, they could thank Erica Badu for their style because I feel like even the nasally tone, the whispering, a lot of that is Badu plugins to me. To me, maybe it's just me, but I definitely feel like Doja's new album is gonna be fire. Like she was really getting off in that second verse of that song. I literally ran it back after I heard it, and I even heard the little. I don't know if it was nod to Nicki or like a hit to Nicki, but I did
That
hear
wasn't
that
no
part
diss,
too.
bro. That
Yeah.
wasn't no diss, bro. The only person crazy enough to diss Nicki is Cardi B and Lotto, but I think Cardi B, if anybody can do it, Cardi B can. But I don't think Cardi B even. She's no. There's no one like Nicki is.
No,
Nicki is Jay
bro.
Z. Nicki is the
Nobody
Hova of
can
this shit.
nobody can play with Nicki, bro. Like that's just one of them people you leave alone, bro. Like it's
She's the
just
one.
yeah, it's almost like all the people from YMCMB if you talk about them, not all of them, but like the main top three. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah,
Lil
can't
Wayne,
fuck with
Nicki.
Tiger, nigga. What are you talking about? Gotta.
I'm Stevie Wonder.
Yeah,
Uh,
but yeah, I'm definitely excited for this tour. I gotta check the dates on it, but yeah, man. I mean, this was a pretty good. This was a good episode, bro. I'm watching game film back. I'm trying to improve stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be a real host. Make this work. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get good at this. So I'm about to be upping it to 2 episodes a week. Fuck what they talking about. I'm really that nigga. I just want to let y'all know now. This is episode 12 of the Rhythm and Rhymes podcast. When y'all go watch episode 100 and then be like, damn, I want to go watch his old shit, and I'm talking this shit now, just know I've been said it, nigga.
Ben said it. Ben said it.
Ben
This is
said it.
only
Hopefully,
only on an upward trajectory. That's it. Only upward.
Next week I won't be sick. I'm calling it now. Hopefully, well, fuck it. We'll see if I can get her on. Her name is Mimi, the music blogger. I really like her stuff. She's really big on UK rap. I keep up with a lot of her stuff. She was the one I was keeping up with when that J Hus record was coming out. Um, I DM'd her on every platform, and I'll put this out. Like, so Mimi, if you want to come on the podcast and be our first guest, I'd be happy. And if not, it's all right. We'll see where it goes. But anything to say? Anything to wrap up with before I give him my song for this episode?
No, I don't really think I got anything. Definitely, I'm gonna check out the Thug album. Uh, go check out that Stormzy song. I'd probably say that's my song of the week that we've talked about. But I think I got a song for y'all too. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I'll give
yeah.
y'all my song while he's looking. We didn't get into Ashake's project this week. We're gonna get into it next week. I think 2 weeks is a good time to really give it a go. But song I'll give y'all is I'll just give y'all some Nate Joel. Centerfold by Nate Joel. Um, if he puts it on YouTube, because he responded to my tweet, and so I responded to that tweet saying, "Yo, can you put it on YouTube so I can illegally download it and play it on the podcast?" Um, I can put it on spot. I can put it on Spotify because it lets you add it in Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So y'all might be able to hear it on there if you're listening audio wise. But if it's video, y'all gotta go check it out. Uh, Centerfold by Nate Joel.
Okay. I was talking about the Killer Mike album, so I'll give some from that. Exit 9 by Killer Mike and Blast. Blast is like hot sauce. Put that shit on everything. So he kind of fit on this song very well.
What?
Uh Blast is, bro, I swear to God, it's like the Red Hot
Blast is
commercial,
like
bro.
hot sauce.
You could put
Yes.
that shit on everything, bro. Like he is not gonna miss on a feature. And Killer Mike was really getting his bars off on this album. Like I said, I'm gonna get more into Killer Mike. Mike, I have a video coming for y'all soon on that. But this is definitely a good album. Go check that song out. Exit 9 again.
Yeah, man. Yo, this has been the Rhythm and Rhymes podcast, episode 12. Fuck with us. Y'all can't fuck with us.
Can't ever.
Talking my shit. I'll have more energy if I wasn't fucking sick. But we here, nigga.